If you've been following along with this series I've been doing, reviewing hang on the back filters, you've been waiting for this particular episode because you've seen people in the comment section of all of these videos talking about this filter that we're going to talk about today, which is the AQUACLEAR from Fluval. This is one I've been excited about doing too, because this is one of those filters that I've always had an affinity for. I like this filter a lot, but it's not perfect, and we're going to talk about that. So let's take a look at the unboxing footage that I recorded like a month and a half ago, and then we'll talk about installing it and how it all runs and what I like and what I don't like about it. Hey, whose idea was it to unbox all of these in one night? Yeah, I know, it was me. There's nobody there. I'm just talking to the door. Hey folks, it's John with KG Tropicals, bringing you the last in the series unless something has happened and there's another one that has popped up that everybody has told me I need to go get. This is the last in the series of hang on the back filter reviews. And if I could only show you what's happening right now, my cat. Okay, that was fun. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you have a cat in the fish room. So today, we're talking about the AQUACLEAR from Fluval. These haven't always been from Fluval. Fluval bought this company out several years ago. I don't even know when it was. And it's very smart because the AQUACLEAR series of hang on the back filters are extremely popular. And there's tons of people, I promise you, that are watching these videos right now that have already anointed this one the winner because so many people love these filters. But you're gonna have to stay tuned till the end to find out which one is my favorite. I don't know if I said this earlier because Rena got me all messed up, but I've reviewed all of these filters here. They are all in previous videos in this series if you want to check those out. If you're in the market for a filter and you want to see which one you should get, I'm going to show you all of them in detail, as much detail as I can without getting too boring. But anyway, unboxing, I mean, it's just like all of the others. It's a filter. It's a filter in the box. It's not the most glamorous thing to unbox. So again, just like with last week's video, I don't actually have the little test tank out here right now with me in the fish room. Lisa made me put the table back in the kitchen, but I am going to install this on another tank and get some footage of that to put over top of this while we talk about it. Installing it, anybody can install this filter, just like any of these filters that we've done on this series. They're all very simple. Anybody can do it. A kindergartner could set up these filters, and you really don't even need to look at the instructions. So installing it is a breeze, just like anything. About the only adjustment that there is this little foot thing at the bottom, and this is basically to compensate for the amount of space between the trim of your aquarium and the glass itself. There's a little gap there, and if you don't install these, the tank might sit leaning back a little bit. So there's different sizes here that you can use dependent on the space that's between the back of the filter, or I guess that's actually the front of the filter and the back of the tank, or the side, wherever you're putting it on. Who cares? You'll adjust that to make sure that the filter is sitting up perfectly straight. Other than that, there's really no wrong way to install this thing. It just goes in and you turn it on and it pumps the water through it, and there you go. The number one selling point of this filter is this. It is this box thing that you're gonna slide down into the filter, and this is what's going to contain all of your media, whether that media is just mechanical like sponges, or if it's biomedia, chemical media, whatever it is that you prefer. It's all going to go in here and it's going to slide down into the box itself. And the fact that this is so big, that's the reason why people love this so much, because there's so many options of things that you can do with this, whether it be all sponges or all biomedia or whatever it is that you want to do. The options are endless. You can do all different kinds of things. I've seen everything from nothing but sponges to all different kinds of DIY things and stuff like that. It is amazing. There is a lot of room in there that you can stuff things in there. Even if you just want to stuff it full of like a filter floss or something like that, you can do that. That is the main selling point for this filter. That's what everybody loves about it. Me, when I've used them, whenever I've set them up new, I've always just set them up with what they come with, which is the carbon, which I put in second, and then the biomedia. I haven't clipped this off because whoever I give this to, I don't know what they're going to do with it. So I don't want to clip that off yet, but put the biomedia up above that. This is actually how the manufacturer has it in the pictures. I don't read instructions. I look at pictures. That's how they have it in the pictures, is the mechanical filtration, followed by the chemical, followed by the bio. I don't think it matters with these two. I think you could swap those two and it wouldn't really matter. Again, it's all a matter of preference. Whatever it is that you like, whatever you like to use, you can put in here, and you can put a lot of it. That is the number one selling point with this filter. Options for days. Now, if you look down into this thing, you will see the impeller. The camera's going to have a hard time figuring out what to focus on, but the impeller is right there. The motor on this filter, this is the only, well, there's two negatives that I'm going to say about this filter, and this is one of them. I've said it throughout this entire series. I am a big fan of the filters that have the motor or pump, whatever you want to call it, in the aquarium, sending the water back to the filter. This one is the opposite. This one has the motor sitting outside of the aquarium, pulling the water through this intake into the filter box. That's not a horrible thing. However, like we talked about last week, AQUACLEARs are notorious for not starting up again when the power goes out. I live in the country and we get random power outages all the time. And I can't tell you how many times I had multiple AQUACLEARs on tanks and I would come home and all the clocks would be blinking. So I'm like, okay, I know the power went out, and the AQUACLEARs would be sitting there running dry because they just weren't able to start up again once the power came back on. Not all of them, but the number one filter that I have had that problem with has been AQUACLEARs, and I've heard that from other people too. So that's the number one reason why I like the pump to actually be on the inside of the aquarium, not on the outside of the box. And I also think that it's quieter, and I think it's just overall more efficient. But when these things are running, they are very, very efficient. There is flow control, and it's just a matter of moving the intake side to side. It's really difficult to show that on camera. I'll try to do it with B-roll showing that. The flow control, it works. It's not dramatic like some of the others are, but it does work. And it's fine. It's not the best feature in the filter, but it definitely does work. Now, the other thing that I'm going to say about this filter, and it's been every single one that I've ever had, for whatever reason, these filters can start to get a little loud. The impeller, there's something about the motors in there where the impeller just gets a little bit of something in there and it just starts making a whole bunch of noise. It's not anything that's going to make you want to leave the house because it's bothering you so much, but it is that little vibrating, rattling sound that it drives me crazy. And as soon as it starts, I have to replace that impeller. It's not something that I've had to do hundreds of times with AQUACLEARs, but I've had to do it with AQUACLEARs more than other hang on the back filters. So just keep that in mind. Again, it's not a deal breaker. All impellers go bad at some point, but with AQUACLEARs, for some reason, they seem to, when they go, they're louder than the other filters. Usually you'll just notice like a performance difference. It's not running as quickly or not flowing as much. But with these, it's like, it tells you. that you need a new impeller because it starts to rattle real bad. The other thing is, I'm not a huge fan of the lid on this. It's the same as the Aqueon that we talked about. The lid is fine, it does the job, but it's just kind of sitting there. It's just sitting there. There's nothing snapping it in place. There's no rubber gasket or anything like that. And with this particular design, maybe it's because it's flat or something, I don't know, but they rattle. The lids rattle. It's not the end of the world. You walk up to it and you go like this and it stops. And then you might have to go a few days later and do it again. Again, I'm nitpicking here. I understand that, but those are the two drawbacks that I have to this. One, the top rattles like a you-know-what, and the other is the external motor, which again, I don't know how you would describe it, but the motor that is attached to the filter box rather than being inside the aquarium. But I do believe that with this filter, the pros definitely outweigh the cons. There is a ton of flow through this filter. This filter processes a ton of water. 150 gallons per hour is what the box says of this. And these numbers to me in hang-on back filters are not as misleading as they are with canister filters, because you don't have things like head height and all that, the distance of the pipes and all that like you do with canisters. These are sitting right there. And so it's, they're usually pretty accurate, but again, if you fill up the media with a bunch of really dense stuff, it's not going to flow as much. But there is a lot of flow through these filters, and that's why everybody loves them so much. They are superior as far as the flow goes, and with all of these options of things that you can do inside this box, this is what makes it the #1 contender of all of these filters. And this is why people, as soon as I started making these hang on the back filters videos, people were like, oh, it's going to be the AQUACLEAR. That's going to be the favorite one for sure, because of everything that you can do with these filters. The options are just absolutely endless, and that's why people love them. Very efficient. They process a ton of water. You have all different kinds of options of things that you can do with them, and they run forever. You might have to replace the impeller a couple times, but you have to do that on all of these, so it's not a big deal. Fluval parts are also easy to access, and you can buy all of the replacement stuff for the inside of the filter. If you choose to just use this, what the manufacturer offers you, you can buy them at Petco and get the stuff that you need to do your routine maintenance and stuff like that. So very easy, very efficient, processes a lot of water, endless options. Yeah, it's a good filter. But I've actually decided that I'm not going to tell you yet if the AQUACLEAR is my favorite out of the bunch that I've done. I know there's been others, the Penplex, I think, which I don't think I'm going to end up reviewing that as part of this 6-part series or whatever it is that I've done so far. I'm going to keep it to these, but maybe the Penplex is something that I'll review down the road. I don't know. But of all of these, I've decided that I'm going to reveal my favorite on Tank Talk Live. And I don't know what date that's going to be, because I don't know what date this video is going to upload, but the following Tank Talk Live from this video's upload, we are going to talk about the winner of this series of my favorite hang on the back filter. So if you're curious to know which one of the 6 is my favorite, you're going to want to tune in this Thursday, whatever day this is, the next Tank Talk Live, 9 p.m. Thursday night, Eastern Time. That's when you'll find out. So next comes the giveaway. You're going to want to know how this box right here with that filter in it can be sent to your home so that you can install it on your aquarium. You're going to want to know how to do that, right? All you have to do is be a subscriber to this channel, leave a comment down below, and you have to live in the United States. If you meet all 3 of those criteria, you will be entered to win this filter. I'm going to dry it up, and I'm going to pack it up, and I'm going to send it to you. It's going to be this one, not one just like it, but this one. So if you want to enter for that, put your comment down below, be a U.S. resident, make sure you're subscribed, and you might win it, and this might be on your tank. You never know. You might be tapping the lid every couple of days on your tank. Who knows? So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this series. I really did have a lot of fun doing it. I'm curious to know what the next 6 products are that I should review. And what I mean is not just review products, but compare them and pick my favorite and give you pros and cons of all of them. What do you think? It's difficult because what are you going to do? Heaters? How do you do that? I don't know how you do a review of heaters. They all either heat the water or they don't. And price would be a big factor. Appearance, I guess. I don't know. But let me know in the comments what you think I should do next as far as doing comparison videos of these different products. If it's a particularly easy product, like heaters, for example, I could just do that all in one video because you don't need a whole 15-minute long video on a heater. That's just dumb. But anyway, there's lots of options of different things out there. So let me know what you think you would like to see me compare either in a series or just in another video. I think it'd be a lot of fun because this was definitely a lot of fun. Like I say in all of the videos, the links for all of these filters, every single one that I've done in the series is down below in the comment section, or no, in the description. These are Amazon links. So, you know, some people feel weird about that, but they are Amazon affiliate links, but it makes it very easy to purchase these and also support the channel at the same time. So if you want to get those, check it out. And you can even use those links and buy other things and we'll get credit for that too. So that's a lot of fun. Show your support. We could all use it, right? But anyway, thank you so much for watching this. I've had a good time doing it. I hope you have too. Sorry that things had to change up, but you know, it is what it is. I've always got stuff breaking over here. Again, thank you for watching and I'll see you next week where we're going to talk about something. I don't know what.